Game started.
Alright. Okay, hold on. I need to change capture age so that it says the correct team names. And who is this? It's Nunez and Rooster, right?
Yeah.
Rooster's the captain. Because it still had Timo's team in the old score. Alright, we're good.
That being said, first game we have in the South, Rooster, captain flank, playing against Ronan himself. They're just going to fight over a big piece of wall. Whatever that's gonna be. Rooster chooses to wall like this and maybe rely on his pocket to come forward with a villager. I feel like that's giving up a lot of map control to Ronan though.
I think Rooster did a good job noticing where that tiger was and just trying to get a tiny bit of HP off those villagers, and he's going to have his wall up. No problem there.
Meanwhile, at the top side, we have a ticker going for a very forward wall against Scandalf. Portuguese versus Berbers. Scandalf doesn't seem too concerned with walling. I think he's just going to go for either a later wall or possibly a feudal age push. I don't think you want to push this in feudal age though, with after you let the opponent getting forward walls like this.
Yeah, it's Berbers Portuguese is an interesting Civ matchup too. Both of them have a really good castle unit, but Portuguese probably have that great 1 TC fast imp economy. Camel archers, something I think they could probably struggle with once the camel archers get amassed pretty well against the organ guns, but then again, organ guns just kind of kill everything.
Yeah. By the way, behind this, it's 1 lake versus 1 lake, both for the upper pockets, by the way. Granny is going to boom with Spanish, and Scorpion is going to fish boom with Tatars.
So a matchup that I think I kind of like Tatars there if they're able to get to cav archers pretty well. Kind of good in different situations against both the paladins and the conquistadors from the Spanish. Of course, you also do have Keshiks or Step Lancers as an option. You can play them like the Paladin Civ 2, which might be what they want to do, as Nunez with the Dravidians on the other side is probably going to be the SO, maybe Elephant Archer Civ.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play because the Civ matchups are a tiny bit tricky here. A solid first game lineup for Team Rooster. I think they absolutely want to take this this game in the bag. Also, Ronin losing his second villager. Nunez lost his scout.
Spanish Saracens pockets there for Rooster's team. Could kind of play... Saracens usually go like some type of Onager Mameluke combo, but you could also play them trying to go for some type of like early imp camel push if you're against the... or if you see that Tatar is trying to push in with some Keshiks, you could kind of go Saracen camels to try to counter that.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends. I don't know if we're gonna see a situation where we're gonna have 3 players on one side. I don't know. Actually, might be the case if it all depends what they're gonna do at the top. I feel like at the bottom is a tiny bit more open and with more, I don't know, pushing opportunities, especially if they're gonna continue pushing where Ronin is walling right now with a castle, with units, with whatever. They're pushing towards the pocket space, and if they get kind of like in that, you know, intersection, they can take multiple paths to the other pocket. They can do a lot of damage, whereas at the top they can just wall forever.
Yeah, the top only really has that one passage there. It's pretty narrow and has a lot of potential just to be stonewalled with several layers. The bottom is a bit more open. And we do have the forward lumber camps there from Ronin in the south, and then also from Tigger in the north, which, if you keep sending a lot of vills there, it can indicate maybe you want to go for that trush.
Well, with 2 people on stone already. Yeah, I think you're right. He's the first one to click up to the next stage, and this is gonna be definitely a push. Interesting. Nunez is taking the lake from Tatars. I don't mind that too much. Dravidian's getting that extra wood. Also, if it's decided that he gives a siege workshop to his flank, the siege units being cheaper can also help him save some wood that can be further invested into fishing ships. So he's gonna have...
That's a really good point there.
Yeah. He's gonna have a safe food eco as well. The map is a bit unfortunate, at least the generation for Spanish trade. But I guess this is a situation where having a bad trade route could help your team even more because of the Spanish, right?
Yeah, it's like they got a couple of options for it. If they feel like they're winning, they could go straight from gray to blue, but then they could also go from that western corner over there over to gray's base if it seems like the other team's going to 3v1 blue, or go from the side of the map. Maybe you need to undercut through the forest, but then you got a great trade line from blue to the corner. So I feel like if you get creative with it, you have several different options for how you can set up the trade and try to keep it safe.
I think if Saracens, if Dan is going to the death bowl of Mamelukes and Siege Onager, he could use a Siege Onager to just cut under Rooster's base with the corner. There's extra resources, and he can put the markets down.
And speaking of that Saracens player, Dan doing Loom before luring 3 rhinos. He's not going to take any chances there.
Yeah.
He's not going to be risky with it.
I don't know if you watched the co-cast with Nunez, but he was pointing out a lot of things about Dan. Look at Rooster. Boxing Ron his wall like it's nobody's business.
And again, that is one of those Dark Age walls that doesn't have that much HP on it. He's getting it through pretty quickly there. He's roading it up to Feudal there.
Militias are... Oh my god, Rooster, do you want to break in through there? I don't think you want. There's the militias
right there.
I was playing against Nunez on the flank, and he was walled. I was palisade walled, and I deleted all my palisades to make stone walls. And Nunez immediately typed in chat, "What if I had militias?" And I was like, "Please, no one has militias."
What if he did have militia?
Yeah. Oh
so
boy,
tower there from Rooster. Gonna try to secure a tower position here so that the Vills can't batter down walls under the tower, but so far kind of far away from his own walls. We'll see if he's able to defend. Might even need fletching at some point, but that palisade at least is not in range.
I feel like if you're a Rooster, you want to... Yeah, I'm walling for the tower. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, wall from the tower, exactly.
Also, I don't think Poes ever mind being trashed. You in Black Forest, you always want to be on stone with Poes anyway. You can sell it. You can get some good prices, shenanigans. You also get that trickle of gold, right?
Right.
So, Saracen archers. Saracen archers can be an issue for Feudal Age walls. But Scandalf is on his way to the next stage, and I feel like he's chilling. He is going to have a castle. He's going to be fine, maybe with even a siege workshop, but I see a lot of people on stone. And if I'm switching to resources collected, now he will definitely have the resources for a castle. It's just that he doesn't have the food eco to go fast imp, but he may not even want to go fast imp.
Yeah, here's going to be a bit tricky for him defending the base against this forward, because two of his golds and his main stone are all forward. We'll have to rely on those back resources. And does have there's an extra golden stone, but it's 2 pockets away. You have to chop through to get there. So for a while, he's just going to be restricted to the back piles in his base if these get in.
Yeah, I don't think Tigger is gonna get in here. I think it's fine with a castle in defense, and that castle can defend all of those piles of main resources. Okay, in the meantime, 136 equal to 135. Things are looking to be quite equal here. Rooster is on his way to the next stage. With more villagers on stone, I could see a castle in the middle. Dan is forward with a ville, making a couple of houses, possibly a siege workshop.
Yeah, castle there from Rooster is a bit awkward just because of how much map control that Ronan got with those forward walls, and then also the tower in front of some of the walls to hit villagers. But I mean, one option for Rooster could just be to try to get a castle right where his tower is. That would clear the tower and open up some walls. But still, even as if you get it as far forward as you possibly can, there's still a lot of room for Ronan to wall behind it and keep stalling out the push.
Ooh, Tigers is in though. Nothing that an organ gun can't clear up, but those archers could be quite annoying.
And for archers, they do have fletching, and some stone walls going up now on the castle age with more HP to limit their mobility. That will at least keep now one stone and one gold, or more likely the gold and that other stone, safe from the archers. And they gotta try to dive the TC and an organ gun.
Yeah.
And they gotta take some losses there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, maybe a trap? Ah, got him. Ladies and gents, we got him.
I mean, organ guns are so inaccurate that it helps them.
Yeah.
The archers can't dodge anything.
That is true. That is true. Tower ends up going down and... Uh-oh.
That's a poor archer out there.
That's a poor archer. Sad day to be an archer. Two organ guns forward. A petard could break in through these walls. At least for 35 more
so
seconds.
futile.
Yeah. But Tigger is walling with all of his life and souls.
Tricky to wall with the organ guns, though.
Yeah, but the organ guns are also going back and forth. There's still a tower there that now is garrisoned, and since the pierce armor on those organ guns was nerfed a while ago, they're quite sensitive at arrows.
Yeah, they are. They don't like the towers. They used to be really good at destroying the towers. That's also kind of been nerfed a bit as an organ gun goes down. And there's the counter castle from Tigger, and maybe a big risk if you're going to put your castle that forward against the Portuguese, who usually do like going for that fast imp approach.
Hey Snibble, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. A couple of words about this weekend event. It's a Black Forest tournament for the people in the Rich Forest Discord that have the Gringos role. Those are referred to... They call themselves like that. There are players from the America, basically, playing at these times. So welcome, guys. This is the first game of the second set for the day. You can find more details on Wikipedia or in the commands in the titles and etc. I'm co-casting with TUS. And
we have in the north, Tigger clicking up to Imp, and Scandalf clicking up right behind them. Less than 30 seconds of a difference there. So we're just going to see Fast Imp and Trebor up here versus lots of walling, maybe a Mangonel push that running into walls in the south.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. There's a siege workshop from Rooster. That bit Dan just making a lot of houses. I thought he's going to be the one making the siege workshop, but apparently not. Dan has a pure land boom, 85 pop. This is still pretty good. Obviously nothing compared to Nunez's fish boom. I feel like here we should compare Scorpion pure land boom with Dan. Scorpion, very good boom, 100 pop to 90, so 10 pop ahead. A pure land boom versus pure land boom. And Granny versus Nunez. Granny did boom with a lake.
Relationship numbers. Look at that. 50 versus 37. It's not like 37 is a small number, but 50 fishing ships from Nunez and counting. 53. Look at that.
Wait,
You're going to start running out of lake.
82 villas to 83. So in terms of villager numbers, they're not too different. However, Granny is going to be Imp before Nunez.
Yep, and Imp as Spanish. The one thing he doesn't have is a forward castle anywhere for conquistadors or trebs. It looks like it is probably just going to be a paladin opening. We see that barracks going up as he's sending vills forward. And also a 3v1 on this side, or a 3 players going to one side situation at least, as that is the opposite pocket now, coming down to the south to try to hold here. Interesting that he's going this way when it's going to be a Treb war in the north, and maybe some support in the Treb war could be useful. If the castles go down and then you start opening up the walls.
We did see a similar situation today, where the player behind the player that went fast Imp went down on the other side. I don't know if that's gonna pay off, because Tigger is not like he's walling. He does want to put pressure on Scandalf, and I don't know, maybe it's just for that castle to go down and then he will continue walling behind. But he could be completely erased by, honestly, anything that Scorpion will make. But actually, Scorpion is going in the south as well, and it's going to be a heavy camel opening.
Yeah, Scorpion's going to the south too.
Yeah, it's 3v3 on that side.
We did say right at the start, the northern passage was a bit more wallable, so despite this Treb war, it might just be the teams thinking, hey, let's wall the north just because it's so much simpler, and the south is where all the castles and kind of forward aggression from our eastern team has managed to push forwards already.
Yeah, that's for sure, and I do like the heavy camel opening here instead of Kashik against the Paladins.
Yep, you see you against the Spanish, so no camel option from them, no step lancer option. You just know it's going to be Paladin with the late boom. Also interesting, Cyan actually splitting castle to the north and Paladins to the south. So maybe getting ready for Trebs or potential conquistadors up there to support Tigger in this push.
Camel, but Nunez has halves. That's also a fair. Yeah, I don't know actually. They're doing the double counter here. Maybe step lancers would have been better. A lot of pierce armor. Maybe you can just run them and try to raid. Elite book for Rooster. Okay. Also, I feel like stab lancers would have been great against infantry like books. I feel like against books you want something like wood steel champs maybe.
Maybe, but here we have in the north the monks coming forward. And interestingly enough, monks help win the Treb war even with the walls there because they can convert repair vills. And they're also going to keep the organ guns away. So now we see a bit of a hole in the wall. And Tigger wants to push through.
That's, with what? With 3 camel archers? Oh my god, he got 2 conversions.
Converted organ guns.
Berber monks OP? Hello?
Yeah, you have redemption, you're OP. A converted villager to repair the organ guns even.
That's not something you see every day. You gotta admit.
Maybe we'll start seeing it more though. Feels kind of natural if you're just going for the monk organ gun situation.
I feel like natural is a bit of an overstatement.
Like, you don't think the Portuguese played naturally with Vitorias and organ guns?
They did. Where's the Fittoria though?
Oh, we have a cut in the south though. We have a cut in the south
Yeah.
and a bunch of heavy camels there from Scorpion are going to be running into Rooster's base. And accompanied by Nunez with halbs and siege onagers.
But Rooster knows how to wall. Rooster knows how to wall. 50 Paladinos, 32 minutes. This is what I'm talking about, Granny. This is what I'm talking about. And Paladins now running in. The camels will chase them all around the map.
Yep, we have that counter cut there. Onagers there from Deadbeat Dan breaking in.
And if you heard, oh my god,
Shot on the
nice.
camels.
Nice micro on those SOs. And if you heard Nunez is co-casting, we're gonna get closer and closer. Also, 10 siege onagers right now, 33 minutes in from Deadbeat Dan is absolutely impressive. By the time we're approaching 1 hour into the game, he's gonna have the ultimate death ball with Saracens, Elite Mamelukes and SO, and he's going to be absolutely unstoppable.
Yep, he is. And now bringing the troops forward, ready to start besieging the castle. And, well, you're right, that walling from Rooster really stalled out this push here. And is going to give his team the opportunity to push through, but now the camels are able to loop around and try to get to the onagers a bit more. And that could be a lot of dead onagers from all those camels.
Okay, Granny's Eco KD is at 21 and counting. Paladins are swinging at the top as well. Good job from Scandalf, running a couple of villagers. Not a lot of them. 8. Oh, he's running into more Paladins from Granny in Scorpion's base.
He had to do a very defensive Fatoria there. Scores are still close, but we are kind of seeing that rotation situation around the map again, where these Paladins from Granny are able to get to both sides, and even just hoover around up in the very north where there's nothing to kill. Scandalf here is pretty dead. Scorpion trying to wall, but this push is filled with units now.
There's a bunch of Paladins in the north from Granny. Hard to keep count of your Paladins. We're 69 units in terms of eco killed by Granny already. 73 and counting. Those Paladins are absolutely doing their job. When you're running into double counter, into halberdiers and camels, you know that your job is to just cut and raid. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Paladin's doing the job there.
Yeah.
Now, pocket Vil counts 134, 131 for Rooster's team versus 111, 120 there from Nunez. As they clean the Paladins, but more come in. There's just losing your flank there completely. From Scandalf hurts so much more, whereas Rooster in the south is able to hold, just barely, but able to hold.
Well, we're talking
siege hunters from the pocket.
We're talking 98 eco versus 9 pop from Scandal right now.
It's more than that. Capture rate doesn't count the Fatoria pop.
Right.
He's got a Fatoria working.
Right.
To be fair, if you are one civ who needs to reboom, the Portuguese can do it faster than anyone else with the Fatorias.
Of course,
but you do kind of need your team to sling you some resources to get them.
Yeah, what is this? Kaspa, Thumbring, Tigger is also adding a bunch of TCs, and he has a good eco rolling. I feel like he's slowly starting to get into the Camel Archer comp. Roning losing a lot of villagers to those Paladins. Granny killed 142 eco. Look at the eco difference between Rooster's team and Moonless's team.
Yep, and I'm getting a pause here. We have a lag spike there, and they want to try to wait it out.
Man, Granny has played amazing this tournament.
Yep, and we have in the south here, all the camels have basically died to siege onager shots here. And I think this push is just about to be cleaned up. Granny has played absolutely amazing, getting just the right number of paladins on both sides to hold while also pushing. And absolutely great job with the fish boom into the paladins, and it does feel like it's maybe easier to turn a fish boom into paladins and be useful than it is to turn it into just halbs, right? Like you have the SO, but you're kind of missing that power unit to be able to raid an early imp.
You know what is the most important here is that we did talk about their bad trade route with Spanish, but Granny has, as a paladin player, all that gold in Scandal space. And it's so important.
That he does. That's a good point. And you can even just send Tigger forward to grab those resources in Scandal space. And then you can kind of do a swap, and then Granny can be a bit safer, but take whatever's left here in Tigger's base. Oop, we had Dan lagging and dropped. And looks like they might have to restore.
Oof.
All right, well, they're up by 2K score. But unfortunately, Deadbeat Dan must have some deadbeat internet and dropped from the game.
Well, also, just D things, right? Inevitable.
Yeah, just D things. As maligned as it was, the vote screen on Voobly where you could click wait. Oh, I missed that.
Restoring to the GG, maybe. Maybe. 50 pop only difference. It's Gringo lobbies, everyone. Everything can happen. Everything happen. We've seen crazier games and crazier comebacks.
I mean, you never know when someone on the winning team might accidentally slide.
Yeah. Let's see. Hope they're going to be able to restore though. It would be a shame not to.
Yeah, always is a shame when the restores don't work.
That's what I was saying.
And Nunez will
Nunez will
orchestrate a comeback.
orchestrate that comeback, yeah.
We got faith in Nunez.
Everyone has faith in Nunez. Absolutely everyone. Yeah, Prage. Prage, it works. Dan? Dan is cooking. Dan is absolutely cooking.
Yeah. Also, shame to see he drops when he's also microing the siege onagers. That's the one unit you do not want to have any lag affect you while you're trying to micro them.
Oh boy. Let me open the Rich Forest Discord. See if we have any news about the restore. Nothing yet. Man,
And
Rooster
hopefully they
Steam
remember
is
if they restore not to put a 10-minute spec delay. That is the
true.
default, of course.
True, true, true. That would be absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. Um, Man, Rooster's team seems to be the favorite, honestly. Yesterday they demolished Jimmy with a 2-0. And now they seem, I don't know, so strong. And tomorrow they're playing versus Timo. Everyone needs to play against everyone.
It feels like the only thing stopping them is Dan's internet at this point,
Probably, yeah.
which is always the issue with the DE.
Let's see.
But Rooster was the captain of that team, right? Are you sure it wasn't Granny? Because Granny's been playing out of this world this game.
So exactly like this tournament, we've had weekend tournament for lower elo players. It was by lower elo, it was up to 1600-1700. So between 1k1, 1k2 until 1600-1700, called Professional Forest. And I did play in that tournament, and Granny was my captain. And I've had so much fun. Like
Oh,
I think we had the nicest team. It's where I had the
okay then.
nicest teammates. And Granny's such a nice dude.
I see. You get the experience there of knowing what Granny's paladins can do.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. He's kind of like, I would say he's a bit of a lower elo Nunez, but lower elo he's still a very close, very good player, very strong one. Um, I don't think he's at Nunez's level, but he's so good at like coordinating during a game and letting people know. He has a very good knowledge about the game as well. And he's so good at like knowing the right comp or what to go for and reading the game.
Yeah. And as long as you're playing in the pocket and you got that time where you don't need to do all the crazy Vil fighting and you can be a bit smoother with your build orders,
Mm-hmm.
being lower elo doesn't really matter as much
Mm-hmm.
there, I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah. And you see, Granny's boom is on point. Like we've seen it yesterday as well. He knows how to boom, and that's the game he likes to play. He doesn't like rushes or playing on flank, or if he's not bothered, if his flank is a strong flank like Tigger or Rooster, and he's just chilling and booming. I mean, he's super strong late game.
Yeah, and you always get to that point where I feel like some of the skill differences in players are expressed mostly in the early game,
Hmm.
and then when you get to the late game, the civilizations can kind of take over when everyone's at 200 pop, and you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get
yeah.
unit compositions that start to matter a bit more. Not that there's no skill there, but the unit compositions kind of matter a bit more when you're at the limit and kind of stuck with the units that you have with 200 pop.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So I have an update.
Give me
Dan
the
dropped.
update.
Dan dropped. Nunez says it was GG, so we go next. So first game
Okay, that's generous.
goes to Rooster.
And Nunez is an upstanding guy, getting the admin loss for the sling, and giving a a loss when his opponent drops. Like GG Menunez.
Yeah, that's for sure. Um, I mean, he's a guy that doesn't bend the rules. Like rules are rules for Nunez, and
He's by the book.
yeah, exactly. Nunez will give you admin loss for a teammate slinging, or will recognize
Mhm.
that they were in a losing position. But Nunez will also not give you a restart if you pause at 80 seconds instead of 75.
So let's see. Those two were Incas, Tatars, Portuguese, and Dravidians for Menunez, and then well, actually the first two picks kind of top heavy in the draft. Spanish Saracens for Rooster
Oh, by the way,
and
sorry, I'm
Poles and
interrupting
Berbers.
you. They just all message me trying one more time. If doesn't work, we GG, says Nunez.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I prematurely checked off the civs in the civ draft. Let me change my OBS scene.
Well, same is honestly, I don't know if that didn't work 2 times. I feel like I don't know, it won't work the third time. So I'm already starting. Say win Rooster. We had Saracens, Spanish, Poles, and Berbers. Correct. Two top civ, two
Yeah.
bottom one.
Yep.
Dravidian, Portuguese. Oops.
I mean, to be fair, sometimes you get to that point where you're like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be defeated. Here, take my res," and you forget that you shouldn't be slinging. Actually, what if they get to the point where they accidentally sling and they got to sling back, but the player gets defeated? Can you sling back resources to a player who's defeated?
I don't know.
I've never
I
actually
think you
tried to
still
sling a
can.
defeated player.
I think you still can, but those are just throwing those resources forever. Forever and ever. Set results are inaccurate. What do you mean?
Do they account for the admin loss?
Oh yeah, true. I put one win for Nunez. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rogue. It has been a lot today for me. My bad. My bad.
What's
I
what's
changed my
the
mind.
what's the gate bug? Sidewire is talking about.
So the gate bug is building a gate, a diagonal gate through the wall.
Oh, you disallow that?
Well, some call it a bug, some call it a game feature,
Yeah, some call it a feature. Yeah, no,
right?
yeah, the diagonal gates in the original game were bugged where the corners didn't actually appear until the gate was finished. So if you couldn't actually quick wall with diagonal gates because you could still walk along the corners.
Mhm.
You actually could place the gate and then place other buildings on top of the corners. Like you could put towers in the gate corners if you wanted to make a campaign looking base with diagonal gates and towers. Probably one of the buggiest things in the history of AoE 2, as much as people look at the pathfinding with diagonal gates. They've never worked properly.
Yup, that's true. We're finally in the lobby. They are going to try and restore again. Is it allowed if I use a wonder instead of a gate to break the wall? Sure. Yeah. You can do it with a wonder sidewire. I don't
Yeah,
think anyone
wonders are
will,
important for quick walling, right? They're the 5x5 building every civ has access to.
of course. Hola, SA Jam. I'm trying to derail a bit again. I'm sorry. The US. I am sorry.
Well, diagonal gates are also weird because they have like a 2x2 middle, so it can be tricky to figure out where exactly you can walk around them. Oh, looks like they're playing. It still says they're in a lobby for me.
Well, yeah, same. Williams, don't bait us. Do not bait us. What if I refresh this? No? Okay.
Let me see if I maybe search for this.
Yeah, that's what I tried as well.
Yeah, I'll just click the stopwatch button. 20 games would get sweatier with wonders. Has anyone ever done that? Black Forest with standard victory. I feel like that would just become a wonder race. Like flanks, fat slob, and one of the pockets does a wonder, while slinging the pocket to get to the wonder.
Which would be the best tips to do that?
Chimera probably for building the wonder. Maybe you want like Mayans for the wall discount. Like, I mean, you're probably gonna start with Palisades, right? Maybe the other pocket is just Kumans to have a good sling and also give the Palisade bonus.
Mhm.
And then another civ for walling early, like maybe Goths or Lithuanians or Berbers. Good Vilfighting civ.
I'm only saying we're downloading the restore, so maybe they're gonna be able to.
That might take a while though. Remember, these files transfer at the speed of
Yeah.
1999 internet.
Hey, Axel. +1. +1, homie.
Hello, MFAOE. Oh yeah, yeah, Teamwire. That's not something you really have a problem with on Black Forest, but on Nomad, they at one point I don't know if they ever fixed it, but they updated fishing ships, so they didn't have a minimum distance, or they didn't have a maximum distance where they would look for fish. So if you had an ally with allied vision that scattered a deep fish on the opposite side of the map, and they finished the fish near your dock, they'd all just sail over to the opposite side of the Nomad map to start gathering, and you wouldn't notice it because they wouldn't show up as idle.
Mhm.
It's like if you had a fishing ship on BF and it somehow appeared in another pond.
Wow, rude, Axel. Ignoring how dead I am. What is this? What is this?
Yeah, the next masterpiece for the spec dashboard it will be if we also get the loading bars for how fast the Rex cancel here, or if how fast the Rex transfer here
Mhm.
for the save games.
I mean, that could be um brought into discussion to Happy Leaves.
Oh, it disappeared from me, which I think means they launched. Ooh, yes, and we have a 2-minute spec delay again.
Okay,
All
that's
right,
nice.
looks like there's a chance this works.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh, yes. Downloading match
Fingers
content.
crossed.
Vamos. 4 times is a charm, though. They started back. I know. Bob moment, Nubius, Nublet. Chop chop. 1 minute left from the spec delay, and we're gonna be ready to rumble.
So how long do you think it takes them to call the GG after we restore? Do you think it's going to be a restore and then we play for like 1 minute? Will it be 5
13
minutes?
more
Will it be 10
minutes, I think.
minutes? 13
13
minutes. All right.
in-game
I'm,
minutes.
I'm going to go 6.5.
Wow, no faith in Nunez whatsoever.
Well, he already said he was thinking about calling the GG instead of restoring, right? So like the thoughts there in his mind. It's about the confidence you have sometimes too. Like you got these cyan pocket paladins raiding you from Granny. Look at that! Like Granny's elo is 1286, and those are some scary paladins.
Yeah, but you have double counter, right? So you're like, we're chilling, bro. We're pushing this back with helps and camels.
Okay, you're confident then.
I trust my homie. I trust my homie. 2, 1, boom. Let's go. Energy levels back. I got my water. I'm pumped. Vamos. Hello, captured.
Oh, I see it. I have action.
Action started. Let's
Janitors,
go.
monitoring Trebs.
Okay, what's going on the south? They're
In
pushing.
the south, we have Nunez with some helps trying to take out siege managers and doing a decent job of it. At the same time, Ronin is trebbing, and I feel like his treb is going to go down. In the north, we have the Paladins raids continuing, and the Camels just cleaning them up, but the Paladins have come down into Ronin's base now, and they'll be hoovering around as Roninsvilles have to run away and garrisoning castles and get killed by Paladins.
The push in the north is scary. What do you think about that, Bidan? Choice of going Arbalaster. Do you think that's against the camels? Well, they do counter both camels and halberdiers, but my question is, what are we doing against the SO?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, right? Because his other option is Mameluke, but they kind of don't have the same bonus attack against camels that they do against Cav. So it makes it tricky to stay on the Mamelukes. And at least being able to counter maybe Kamyuk plus Halb plus Camel with Arb is his thinking there.
Okay. Also, Dan's APM is about 30. I'm very concerned about not killing those with his own siege energy.
Oh, Nunez shows us you only need 30 APM.
You, exactly. 25. 25 even.
25. Okay.
I'm saying 25 because I'm thinking about that meme clip. Like, look at Nunez with 25 APM. Who needs APM when you have a lot of paladins? So that's very accurate.
I think you need APM to micro the paladins against siege managers.
Possibly, yes. I also think Winged Hussars are going to do a lot of emotional damage here. They did. Oh, wait a second. Nunez is setting up trade here. Oh, Nunez, sweet summer child. I don't think you can do that.
Scorpion has his trade carts running down there. Nunez is hoping they're going to hold this southern part of the map. I mean, they've lost the north, and now we have those camel archers coming in there from Tigger to protect his trebuchets. So camel archer plus monk. A Scorpion asking for food, but it's okay because all of his teammates are imp.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
very okay.
Trying to repair that castle. He's got 49 camels though. The trebs are taken out. The castle stays up, and this army probably needs to go back. Unless 13 monks can get 13 conversions, those camels are really gonna push this back.
Oh boy, that's a lot of traps in the south from both Dan and Rooster. They're gonna absolutely clear house here. Look at Dan. Look at okay, never mind. I was gonna say look at him microing here, but he lost the SO and now they're about to lose the traps.
Yeah, the Trebs need to get back from the SO for a moment, but still, I mean, it's really only one castle in the way of this team and the newly established trade, and there are already some Paladinos running around that trade line.
Yeah, Scorpion doing some works with those heavy camels, pushing this a tiny bit back. It's pushing this back. Oh, Granny running with his paladin straight into the camel mass. Luke, my homie, thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs.
Oh, and remember, it is September, so in some situations you can get cheaper subs. I'm not, despite streaming the entire month, I'm not actually sure what those situations are, but in some situations you can get them.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
keep an eye out.
if you give like multiple subs, I think if you give just one sub, there's no discount. I think Luke might have gotten the discount for 2. I'm
Okay.
not sure actually. But those are the best for subbing 3 or 6 months in advance, for instance. That's quite the deal you're getting with September.
As I say, the winged hussars have arrived, and the castles
Yeah.
are being cleared by those trebs now. A couple onagers in those workshops from Nunez. Just gonna try to get a couple more shots on those trebs, but the armies are there.
Are
Desperately
they
wants
though?
that castle to be alive for the trade.
Oof, that SO already made a bunch of damage before
it did.
going down. They're preparing trade, but I don't think they can trade yet. No, I mean, look where Tigger... Well, actually, that's... Wait a minute. Those are Tigger's market. Okay, so the Spanish trade is going to go ham here. That's
Yes, it is.
a long route.
Again, it's straight across the map. Did beat Dan. Maybe could have gotten the markets a bit closer to the edge, but he's going to have trade carts from 8 markets. I think that's the most markets I've ever seen. You've probably seen more if you watch lots of Rage Forest, but that's an insane trade cart production he's going to have.
Okay, but if he puts a market close to the edge, they will all come back to the one that is next to the edge.
No, that's what you want because it gives you more gold.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. But he just needs one single market close to the edge. And they're all gonna go back to the most further market. No? Am I tripping?
No, you're right. He just eventually needs that market there.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot of units. Scorpion is kind of trying to push this back.
He's doing pretty well 1v2, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that heavy camel against this composition is with all that Hussar support is doing really well.
Nunez is
Hussars
giving
with
him
that-
some siege onagers, so that's pretty good, but they're gonna be sniped by Granny. Oh, no.
Yeah, well, the Hussars with that extra pierce armor are really nice against the camel archers, actually. As long as the onagers can contribute too. That one sneaky paladin doesn't get a hit off.
They're really being squeezed, though. It's all about the map control at this point. And
the map control and the fact they don't have trade now is that trade market has been destroyed, and the trade carts don't really have anywhere to go. They have a short trade route here from Rodin's market to the edge of the map. These things have I can't even click them to see gold. What do they have on them? 46 gold? Yeah, that's not much.
yeah, so I don't even think what's that? They have like a quarter of the map. Like, I mean, I can if I zoom in
they have 2 bases.
a bit. Yeah, exactly. This is the map control for Team Nunez. This is it. I can fit it in one screen. Nunez calls it GG. It's over. Game number 1
It
goes
is over.
to Rooster's team. Very, very strong. team.
And the pockets there doing a great job. Granny was everywhere with those paladins.
Yeah.
And Dan, good micro on the siege onagers too.
Yeah, that's for sure. Pop was the difference in pop was getting very close to 200. Now, if we take a look at the stats, military, that'd be Dan with a great KD, cleared almost the most amount of buildings as well. Rooster gets that win with 54. Army high 108 for polls as well. Crazy, crazy.
Right, so that brings us to game number 2 with Rooster's team winning the first game. Having used their top 2 civs though, still have Slavs and Turks for Team Nunez, which are very, very scary. And we have seen Team Nunez almost pull off a reverse sweep before. So still definitely not out of it here.
Yeah, I feel like everyone is just frozen when someone is slinging any res, thinking, "Oh God, I hope this wasn't Ronin."
And no more Siege Onager civs for Rooster's roster of civs.
No more Siege Onager civs. Correct. So, oh my God, K Square, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the support, guys. I've had so much support today throughout the whole day. It was actually a crazy stream.
Yep, thanks again for supporting Daniela too.
And I don't know, man. I feel like Rooster threw in that SO7 in there, hoping to win this, and then I don't know what they're gonna do next. I don't know what they're gonna do next.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and now you definitely have to have cannon civs as pockets, right?
Yeah.
But I guess all of the rest of the civs other than Chimera do have bombard cannons. So whatever they do, at least they have like a unit that kind of counters SO in some ways.
Right. I
And
feel
are
like
you ready? We're at 11:15 into the stream. You ready for 12 hours?
oh, we absolutely are. We absolutely are.
Oh, and also Pip AoE, thank you for the follow 10 minutes ago. I didn't notice that while we were transferring restore files, but thank you very much.
I I did call it this morning, like I was expecting that, and the thing is tomorrow is going to be the exact same. So does it count like I did a 24-hour stream? Is it two 12-hour streams in
I
two
count that.
consecutive days?
I count that. I could never do a complete 24-hour stream. I had too many days in college of not sleeping. Never
Yeah,
again.
I never tried, but I think it's a lot. Without any sleep, 24-hour stream, it just like um I don't know, from a certain point on, it just feels like you're just dragging it and like you don't enjoy the stream anymore either because like you're mega tired and there's just a bunch of people watching you almost fall asleep, I guess.
Oh, isn't that the point?
Oh, okay.
Imagine how many subs you'd have gifted if you did fall asleep. Just
I
gotta
don't
sell out properly.
I don't want no. I'm not interested in people watching me sleep. Thank you very much. Um
That's the wake up messages people would send you.
yeah. Donating 1K dollars. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm being delusional a bit. There have been 11 hours into the stream. Somewhere donated. It was a donation from basically the Rich Forest community, not just from Somero and from Nunez as well. For the work put into this, and I was quite grateful for that. Brutal, yes.
So it looks like they have started. If I check this correctly, they've launched. We have a 90-second spec delay until we get into game number 2 with Benuna. Ooh.
Okay.
Nunez, Aztec
Nunez.
flank, if I'm looking at this list of civs here.
Nice. You are right. Aztec flank is who's going to be his pocket Scandalf with Burmese. Holy monks.
Ooh. Are they Byzantines? No, Byzantines on the draft, all right.
To heal
I was gonna say
faster.
Aztecs with Byzantine healing can be insane.
Yep. Then on the other side you have Scorpion back to booming to Pala with Burgundians, and his flank is Ronin with Malians. Okay, that bit done as a flank Hindustanis, and Rooster is going to move into the pocket position, but he's actually the other pocket. That bit dense pocket is going to be Granny with Franks. And then on the other side, we are going to have Rooster, again, Vietnamese, pocket booming to elephants. No?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a. Well, they do have the Paladin saving the Franks, but Vietnamese, I mean, you could maybe go Rat and Bombard Cannon there. But I mean, if they do go elephants, you do have great monk saves for countering elephants, and Burgundians, Aztecs, Malians, and Burmese. All of them can have really good monks.
Yeah, his flank is going to be Tigger with Gujaras. What about a castle age play? I feel like with these civs, you don't want to go with this lineup into late game. You want to be as aggressive as possible. And remember what I was talking about the other day? I was in the waiting lobby, Williams. They just started, you see.
Yep, they just launched.
But I did know the Civ, so I was talking about the Civ matchups. Gurjaras, like we were talking about the other day, they can do like a brutal push in Castle Age with Siege and Monks. And what if
Absolutely, yes. Siege
Vietnamese
monks
comes?
and elephant rams.
Yeah, yeah. What if Vietnamese comes with crazy night play? I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, there will be it's a one pawn for each team, and it's in opposite pockets, one for Rooster and one for Scandalf. So, I mean, a pawn into an elephant boom could actually be scary for for Rooster, right? If he's just gonna boom up and then already walling himself off. Look at that. He has no faith in Tigger's ability to keep him safe. To
Well, actually,
be
Tigger
fair, that is a
has.
pretty Swiss cheese opening there.
Yeah, he has a very weird map to wall. Nunez is sending a Vil. That's not a Vil for walling, that's a Vil for a sneak. But Scandalf is about. Well, actually, Scandalf is just supporting this. Oh. What can Tigger see from here? He can see the scout hovering.
Yeah, Granny gonna pull a bear there and have to wall the villain. Wait for
Yeah,
the
good.
scouts to deal with it.
Yeah, that's a sneak too. Roosters. See? Good walls from Rooster. And that's the thing. Nunez knows that he can't go to the lake because he probably clicked and the villagers didn't go there.
Yep.
So
And
now
that's
he's
keeping
just
the
going.
lake safe, right?
Yeah,
That's the most important thing you can do. You do not want an enemy dock ending up on your lake when you're in the pocket and you're planning on just doing a free fish boom.
That's for sure. Rooster has the scout here. It's an eagle and a scout versus a camel and a scout. Camel more HP though.
Oh, also, Nubius Nublet, thank you for the sub in Daniela's chat.
Yeah.
And hello, Panda, in my chat.
Thank you, Nublet. Appreciate it, homie.
Are we winning at casting tonight? I think Daniela is. She's about to cast for 12 hours.
Is that winning though? I guess doesn't
It's
get
so much
better
winning
than
you
that.
get tired of winning.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't get better than that. Look at Nunez being a small lamer here, and I feel like this hurts Gujaras a bit. Yes, they do have extra TC, extra food under their TCs. Yes, they get that trickle from the mill. But I feel like they would definitely want their hunt.
Yeah, well, one of the tricky things, sometimes if you see the lame and you react fast enough, it can even be worth it, like, to mill out there. Like, if you have a boar and a bunch of deer there.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with the Gujaras because you've already spent your mill on that initial, or your wood on that initial mill.
Even more so, Nunez walled in that boar, so that's just gonna rot. there, and Tigger can't take the meat from that.
You could probably get through those palisades with vills, but yeah, it makes it all the more annoying.
He's actually went
Look at those gates.
for the 12-hour stream. Another one tomorrow, Serene. Another one tomorrow. Look at Scorpion getting those 3 juicy boars. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things to cast, and I am going to be away for the most of the month October, so I'm trying to get as much content this month as possible.
Yep, and Twitch is also telling me that Daniela is at 7.8k followers, so she's almost at 8k. If anyone there wants to follow.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thunderbolt for the raid.
Yeah, thanks, Thunderbolt. Really appreciate it, guys. We are wait a weekend event for Rage Forest. It's called Gringo Wars. This is the second set for today, and this is game number 2. Nunez's team versus Rooster's team. Welcome. Get cozy.
Nunez.
Oh,
Nunez blocking a triple Borlor with some walling there. And is nicely done with all the laming he's done on Tigger.
yeah.
Now just gonna wall him off even more.
Lost 25 wood though. This villager, I don't think he wants to be out there. Nice. Nicely done by Nunez. He's gonna get those 3 boars. He has the forward villager, and Granny is gonna go back because he can't fight that vill. There's 2 of them, and Scout is low HP.
And now Granny's gonna have to do some walling. And kind of a very close wall, so all this fighting from Nunez has really given him a huge amount of map control that he can use to pressure, and still has a vill forward. Still has a vill forward trying to wall. Oh, look at the trap. Look at the trap. Beautifully done. The gate and the palisade.
Damn, Nunez needs to continue building it because... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Was that minus 30 wood? Might have been.
I think that was.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna make the vill run into a bear. Oh no.
No.
You're aware of the bear in Twitch's direction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Will, thank you for the sub.
Uh-oh.
Now the bear getting involved.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
Okay, who is the bear going to attack there? Going to attack Gray.
Yeah, but now he's gonna attack Nunez because he de-aggroed. Yeah.
There he goes, there he goes. Gray deletes the palisade, rebuilds it.
My god, this is insane.
Now Gray's gonna try to break in with more vills.
But Nunez, good. Oh, he's gonna kill the bear. Die already. Oh my god. Where's the second vill? Why is he not here killing the freaking bear? Oh my god, the vills are in. Run, Nunez, for your life.
Oh, now it's Tigger's turn for a gate.
Or double gates, but I feel like this is still good for Nunez. He's done so much. Oh my god.
No, he saves the vill.
He's keeping 3 villagers, 4 villagers idle, not working, spending wood, spending resources. Where's he going? He's going to
even
wall.
lame those 3 boar from there.
Granny's even like stonewalling away from this, okay? It's like, I do not want to get involved with any shenanigans you're doing here.
Oh, he's trying to stop the boar. He wants it. Oh, and that vill's gonna get another wall off. He's gonna separate the vills.
Well, he's getting
trying to save the vill a bit too much.
Oh my god, yeah.
The diagonal hit.
That diagonal hit. I can already hear Nunez. Nunez actually, I think it was it Rage Forest 5? Or I think it was Rage Forest 5 when he walled off a lion and he got hit through the wall by the lion. It was pretty. No, it's not that he got hit diagonally, but the lion just escaped the trap, which that shouldn't be the case. Like the lion should stay trapped, but the lion just went diagonally through the wall and got out and killed Will.
It's like when you played Zoo Tycoon years ago and your animals would escape their cages.
My god, Scorpion with 800 wood. crazy Burgundian
Burgundian Dark
bonus.
Jijiko there.
Yeah.
Now already with bow saws, he's on his way up to castle, also doing heavy plow.
So you would think that you're kind of scared of Gujaras. I kind of feel like Nunez did a great job delaying them a lot.
Oh,
And
absolutely. So much laming. And like the only thing that you really get as Gurjars is you do have that food in the mill while you're doing the Vil fights, but losing all the deer and the boar, I mean, even with the berries under the TC, that just, it feels so sloppy to be relying basically just on the mill for your food.
you know what I was about to comment on, and this is something that Nunez is not recognizing right now. I was about to comment on Tigger's wall in front of, you know, where all the shenanigans. Oh no, great job from Nunez. He absolutely is recognizing this, and he's going to wall more forward. I don't like what Tigger did, giving up the position that he gained.
Stonewalling that far back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're giving once again so much map control to your opponent.
Yep, and also Nunez's other wall is very far forward over there against Granny, who kind of the same thing. Granny had opportunities to go forward and try to get walls more in front, but Nunez and even Scandalf, or a Scorpion if he comes this side, whoever goes there is going to have an easy access into the pocket. And we even see, a castle drop right now from Ronin on Granny on the other side. Already trying to break through double layers of walls, but we're going to need to see a triple layer because they're both in range of the castle.
Yep, that is true. But we're going to have a cheap Frank Castle instead. Granny as a pocket on 1 TC, and the fact that he's forced to make a castle to defend this early as Frank's is quite insane. Ronin here being able to force both the flank and the pocket to react, while Scorpion is just gonna have a free boom behind all of this.
Yeah, and it feels like maybe just the map presence for the way for Nunez's team with the way the passages have spawned. They've just done a great job of taking advantage of that, pushing with the forward walls and now with that castle. And I mean, if you're Granny, what do you do here? Like, do you consider 1 TC fast imp Trevor even as a pocket? Maybe just let your Hindustani flank boom? Because we have 3 TCs there for Deadbeat Dan, and with 1 TC from the pocket, it feels like they might even be switching roles a bit.
Wouldn't be the end of the world. Wouldn't be the end of the world, honestly. Because if you're going up, then Granny doesn't have resources though, that's the thing. It would be great, but
Yeah.
just imagine.
That's also the thing, you can't sling, right, in these settings, so you can't just say, hey, you're 1 TC, I'll sling you up.
Yeah. The issue is, well, not the issue, but that would have been a great play, because what's the danger? The danger is fast pala from Burgundians, right? I mean,
Right.
heavy camels, imp camels are just gonna destroy them.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Yogurt and Rice, for the follow.
Yogurt and rice, huh? But why?
That's a good combination, right? Yeah, and now we see Ronin doing another castle on Deadbeat Dan, but Dan's just going to try to do another layer of walls behind that and keep that out while he keeps booming.
Nunez is pushing with monks and with siege, and redemption first thing first, and sanctity is following, and game is paused.
It was paused.
Then dropped.
Oh, no. Is it Granny saying has to take care of the kids, apparently.
Oh.
Kids must be cooking some noodles and need help.
I did
mean,
have
Granny.
some for dinner.
I mean, if you're Granny, how old are the kids you got to go take care of? Can't they take care of themselves now?
Yes. Start the game already!
Anyway, as you were saying, Nunez, Aztecs, Monk and Siege push into the Gujaras, and we'll have a defensive castle here from Tigger right away.
What did you say? Sorry.
I said we had another monk in siege civ. Spectator
Another monk
dashboard
in
having
siege.
its messages not allowed. Let me fix that.
What's up with Spec Dashboard? Oh.
Oh no, the spectator
Okay.
dashboard banned the word gringo.
Oh god.
Someone tried to type the match command to see the elo.
Yeah.
Let me allow that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Nice defensive castle from Tigger. It's gonna stop all this aggression. That means where is this all of the aggression going? To Granny. Poor
The
Granny.
granny.
Yeah, I
At
mean,
least Granny already has walls.
yeah. Remember what I was telling you about Granny, like loving his chill games. This is I can hear Granny sweating, like they're all piling on him, and I don't think he's enjoying this too much.
Probably not. And now Ram. I mean, at least the good thing for Granny is that he was mining a bit of stone earlier, and can just go right back to the stone mine if he wants another castle. And another castle could stop this Aztec's push again. Also, I like how wherever the monk was from Nunez, there's still that red triangle on Granny's villa. It just disappeared. But that monk was walking a long time trying to get that conversion.
Yeah, that's for sure. Castle from Ronin on the upper side. Dan has a castle, and everyone in Mununa's team is going up to Imp. Everyone.
And only Rooster in Rooster's team. But then look at the Rooster's score. His team does have the score lead. And he has gotten a really nice fish boom with the Vietnamese there. 46 fishing ships.
Fletching. Fletching. We won't see elephants.
Let's see elephants. We'll probably see, I guess, Ville's going forward. They don't have stone for castles yet. Yeah, I was thinking Rattans, but he doesn't have the stone for it. It's going to be really slow if he needs to be Imp. I feel
Maybe
like it's just
straight up arrow blasters. Yeah. RBBC.
Orb and then later Rattans. Yeah, cannons do make a lot of sense. But then you also got, it's tricky because you're against Aztecs and they can try to go monks against your cannons. All the bears. More bears being annoying to Scandalf.
That is true.
The civs are drafted, yes.
Yeah. There was a whole civ draft and all that jazz. Look at Scandalf. Look at Scandalf.
Yeah, Scandalf doing sending villagers forward and is gonna get through that hole that Nunez has made. Lots of light cav though to try to fight the monks.
They need so many hits on the Aztec monks. Already 65 HP, and everyone getting to Imp is going to be quite.
A nice
It doesn't look
re-walling
good.
there from Granny, but definitely does not look good. And despite the score lead, things are still looking bad for Granny with all this pressure. So it looks like both pockets for Nunez's team have managed to get good booms, and only Rooster has for his team.
Granny's trying to just make castles easy. Turns out not that. Oh, actually, he is. He is making castle easy. He is making castle.
There's the Oninger cut. Oh gosh, that castle could be in danger if the Oninger cut gets in.
Yogurt and rice. Thank you for the follow. I have to try it. Uh-oh. Rooster
Cavalier
is
in.
making
Onager's getting the
CA.
vills.
Little did I know. Little
Oh,
did
of
I
course,
know.
he's Vietnamese CA. What were we thinking?
Yeah.
CA, the best unit in the game.
More HP. More HP. I mean,
Even Byzantines try CA these days, right?
even Byzantines. We did see Khmer CA, by the way. I think it was in Rage Force 5. Top
I've
deck?
seen them actually
Photo?
in quite a few games. They could be a good option.
They could, for sure. Party at Granny's house. And everyone was invited. Everyone, I think Granny's like, okay guys. I think it's time for you to carry me. Oh my god, he's going to lose all of his wood line. Look at all those Gibettos in as well. Wait, Gibettos are trying to make room. That's right, for more Gibettos. I think Granny is way too concerned with this to pay attention. Also, I don't think... Oh, Ronin does know about this wood line, but he's not going towards it. Oh,
Oh yeah, it'd be a lot of dead vills if he just sent the Betos there. Oh, he's turning
Never
around.
mind.
He's turning around.
No, it's not. It's going straight for the gold. Oh, everyone is in Granny's
that's ugly too.
base. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you're only facing the full rainbow.
Yeah, for sure. In the meantime, Rooster is doing some advance. Oh, I see a lot of heavy CA from the Aztecs.
For the Aztecs. 92 HP Aztec Cav Archer. Here we go.
Lots of barracks. Lots of barracks. And turns out, yes. Oh my god, yeah. Gibettos cleared up Granny's wood line. Horse collar
Nice,
from
nice
Nunez. Let's
keeping.
go. Oh god.
Herbal medicine too.
What the hell?
Just wanting all that extra HP he can get for the monks is that
Yeah.
Herbal medicine devotion.
80
Yeah, devotion
HP.
lets them get to 100 HP.
Yeah. Oh boy. Herbal medicine. Oh god. That bit Dan in a bit of a pickle. Never mind, he has HC, he's fine. Fortify wall in. Ronin forgot about the Gibettos. A lot of them died to the HC. I feel like it's quite easy for Franks to reboom. If that bit Dan is going to be able to salvage some of the...
Well, he's down to 51 villagers. It's going to be hard to salvage much. I mean, the good news for them is that their Hindustani player is pretty boomed now. And Deadbeat is coming over with the hand cannoneers that should... I mean, with their extra range, once he already does have Shiitake, they should do very well against the Gibettos.
Yeah, for sure.
But not so much against the Paladins.
For sure. Not too many paladins here. I think the HC mess is starting to pile up. The onagers are the issues, but never mind. What onager? Good snipe from Dan. Uy.
Here's the thing. The hand cannoneers have the same range as the onagers. If you micro them well,
Yeah.
you actually take really good fights against onagers. It's tricky, but as long as you dodge, the onagers go down pretty quickly. As do paladins, apparently.
That's for sure. Man, Scorpion has so many paladins. Hoovering. And I see the elephant train has started.
There, those elephants.
Elephants are going to help Granny. And Tigger is here with a lot of chakrams. Well, and not to help Granny, sorry, to help Tigger push with the chakrams into Nunez's base. But I'm still...
Tricky against all the monks. Oh, look at the chakrams on the monks. Oh!
Oh my god.
Okay, well, now you can use the elephants. The monks are gone.
I mean,
That's
there
a
are
90
elite.
HP on the monks, and they all go down. No armor, so the chakrams do a ton of damage.
Oh man.
Is that the counter to Aztec monks? Chakram throwers?
Apparently, at least until Esso comes from the Aztecs. Burmese are the ones providing siege at the moment, and they do not have access to such upgrade.
And, well, Deadbeat Dan kind of stopping this push here, saving Granny. And Rooster's team still has the score lead.
I don't think Granny... Well, Granny could easily save builds, though. That's the thing. Apparently, they do want to cut.
Well, I think maybe Rooster's biggest fear now is if Granny starts slinging, as it is. Granny is the only player left in the castle age.
Yeah. However, he can be slung. So all the extra
He
resources...
can be slung by the imp players.
Yeah, for sure. And hand cannoneers versus a castle is something that I do like to see. Guys, we're 40 minutes into the game. That bin Dan is gonna game. He's fully boomed. He has 71 military units on the field. Siege elephants are ready to go. I fear for Ronin. You're not stopping this.
That I do. Those hand cannons and bombard cannons will get through those walls in short order. Also, Ronin has to be careful as Mark gets forward. At least he does have some in the back. All right. And I don't see how Ronin stops this. And Granny took one for the team there, getting punched by that push, but holding on enough to have 4+ TCs, 6 TCs with the foundations now together in the back to reboom.
Oh, they're pushing into bigger space. I'm feared for those paladins. Not for the for the chakrams against the paladins, but the chakrams do have a great micro. Tigger is doing an awesome job. I would like to see them hopping into the castle though to maybe salvage them.
And now it is a 3v2 down here. We have purple, yellow, and red down here against cyan and gray.
Mm-hmm.
Those halbs definitely useful against the elephants, but less so when the elephants are backed up by heavy cav archers and chakrams.
Oh my god, look at Dan. Freaking Chad. Castle in the middle of Ronin's base. Granny sending 6 villagers to find a random bomber cannon. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Dan is here with another castle. All good. All good. Ronin! Time to panic a bit. Ooh, Farimba is in the queue for Ronin though.
Okay, in the queue, but only 11 military.
Ooh, second...
Well, he has 28 cavaliers queued. That's a lot of stables he has.
Second armor denied by the armored elephants. He needs a new blacksmith.
That's tricky because you need to notice that too.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Build the blacksmith and restart the upgrade.
I mean, maybe he's thinking, oh, probably the second armor upgrade is in already. I just need the last one. And then you see your hotkey not working anymore.
And then you see you don't have the blacksmith.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it feels like Rooster manages to hold just enough here that Tigger can repair the castles and stay alive. Eventually, there'll be enough trebs to take out the castles, but for now, they're buying time for that push from Deadbeat Dan on the other side.
We'll see
Just
John
stalling
in
so he
from
can get into
Nunez.
Ronin.
I don't know. No. Yeah, the castle's gonna fall. It feels tricky.
Yeah, he's still waiting for Granny. Granny, though, on 100 villagers. And just going pikemen. I mean, the pikemen are needed to stop Scorpion's raids, right? Scorpion has continued to push down that passage. That castle there from Scandalf never was taken out, and that's denied any rewalling there. And now Granny in a lot of trouble again. Pikemen do not fight Paladin all that well.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. They really need to close that gap. And however, Danny is having a really crazy push. I feel like we need camels though. There's the +2 upgrade in the queue. I feel like we can fight Harimba Cavaliers and Paladins with hand cannoneers. I feel like the mass is going to hurt us quite a lot, yeah.
And there's heavy camel at least. Nice usage of the castle there for Dan to micro the hand cannoneers to the back. Score is flipping back and forth again. And Nunez's team continuing to push in the south, clearing out more castles there from Tigger.
Yeah, that's for sure. Still top lead for Nunez's team. But I gotta feel like that's because of the insane damage Granny took. But still, with this insane damage, she's still 88 villagers. Oh my god, I would have been defeated 3 times this game.
Well, that's the thing, right? You get like, you have 6 TCs, you have backup plans when you lose villas, you can pump them out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, and the Franks boom can be quite smooth here. I do agree with you that TC really needs to be, not TC, sorry, Castle from Scandal really needs to be taken out. Also, Granny up to Imp.
And Walling again. And when Granny gets up to Imp, it's Franks. They will be able to contribute Paladins. And at the very least, Dan's attack has pulled Scorpion over here to the right-hand side. And I'm sure we'll immediately see the Halb upgrade for Granny as soon as he gets up to Imp.
Granny does have a lot of gold. He should be starting to trade. I feel like he needs to start trading if he wants to get to Paladins. And I feel like he should. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the trick. You gotta get your markets up while you're rebooing.
Chakrams are gone.
Tricky.
Holy onager shots on them.
But now it's a 2v2 on this side. No longer a 3v2. And we have another forward castle established. That's going to help this team control this area and just slow down the push again and hope that Granny can get back and contribute. As Halb's still not queued, only the armor. Granny's still only at 89 vills, so not really having that full eco added in yet. And just getting pikemen slaughtered by paladins there.
Very entertaining game so far. I feel like this is the beauty of having admin bans. I feel like admin bans are forcing the players to be creative with their draft. And I feel like that was a very, very good example.
Yeah. Especially for the best of 3, where otherwise you're not going too deep into the draft anyway.
Right? Yeah. Friend, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for all of this support today. This has been a crazy good stream. Oh, more siege onagers on Tigger and Rooster.
And I think we're starting to get to that point of the game where you're around an hour in, and, well, Siege Onager does tend to beat non-Siege Onager.
Yeah.
As we still do not have a Siege Onager save here for Rooster's team. And also, oddly enough, not that many cannons yet. We see Rooster starting to add one in. But a situation where both Rooster and Tigger can try to add bombard cannons and try to just have enough of them with range to take out some of the Siege Onagers. Maybe hit the castle.
Oh boy.
Ooh, bombard towers too from Rooster. Those effective against Siege Onagers and holding them back. To slow down the push, forces cannons and trebs to take them out.
I was not aware that Vietnamese get it. I knew they'd get keep, but not bomber towers.
Finally, Granny has Halb. Finally, Granny has Halb against all those paladins.
Oh yeah,
and
he
now
does. He
they're
has
starting to
51
even
of them.
stuff out.
Well,
no. Now we need to check the trade line. Are there caravanserai, and are they actually in the trade? Well, yes, but so are all the houses in the world from Granny. Look at those trade cards trying to path through there.
Yeah, not the greatest. Not mining camp needs to go as well. Obviously not the biggest thing to pay attention when you're like Omega House, but later in the game that will be quite annoying. Finally, that castle from Scandalf goes down. Finally. Okay, Granny's getting armor. Let's go, boys. Pala production coming soon. Yay, nay? Perhaps. He needs food and gold and more trade. That's for sure. Until he
And
is
more
making
trade
up.
is always something you need.
Huh?
So, I'm really worried about Rooster here and Tigger. There's just... I don't see this push getting stopped now. Look at all those trebs we have from Nunez.
What a great micro for Granny. He took out all the paladins and he got so many good shots with the BBCs on the Gibettos.
I mean, if this game's going to be won for Rooster's team now, it's got to be because of Granny. He needs to help push, and he needs to help push fast.
Yeah. Ronin has less score, but he does have more pop and 14 villagers in the queue. Oh my god. We might have a game 3. I do like Nunez's position. Pop crazy close still. 700 to 681.
Yeah, now it's just how well can this trade be defended, because Nunez's push is right there. Basically one castle between them and the first set of markets. And if they get into the trade, that's probably going to be it. Is Granny, as great as the Halbs have been, you really don't want to just be making a trash unit as the pocket. You need to get into your Paladin at some point in these fights, especially with all those Gibettos.
Oh, for sure. For sure. He does need to get to Paladins, but Fudiko has still been suffering and needs more farms. Doesn't have space either. It's tough. It's tough if you're Granny in this game.
Yeah. Also, chat asking why no Ellie Archer from Gray and standard Ellie from Cyan. Just a bit too long to boom into that. They needed to help earlier.
Yeah.
With how aggressive the forward walls are. And also, you kind of going double Ellie against Aztecs with all their monks never really feels all that great. And I'm still really impressed by Granny and how great his play is with those bombard cannons, as you said, but it's not going to matter if this push in the south just can't be stopped. And right now, Siege Onager plus Elephant is unit composition. And oh gosh, that is now 21 plus Siege Onagers there from a Nunez. And the first layer of trade has had its markets deleted. Caravanserai in the trade, but not going to help if the trade is dead.
My god, great shots from Scorpions on some of those Granny Pumpkin bomber cannons. And my god, Granny's playing absolute Champions League here.
But it just feels like eventually going to get overrun by Paladins.
Yeah.
Halbs can be useful, but they're not the be-all, end-all of units, especially if you're the Franks. And as good of a reboom as Granny had, and it was the difficult reboom with the Burgundian player continuing to raid, it just feels like you never really got the trade infrastructure set up for a gold economy. Still only 22 trade carts and 0 trade from Deadbeat Dan.
Nunez has 20 Siege Onagers. He's making Xolotl warriors! No fucking way!
Oh, he has a stable. Let's go.
Let's go,
Nunez.
Nunez!
Warriors come out, and there's the GG.
GG!
Rooster's team just can't deal with the power of the Shalot Warriors. Granny's the only one unfazed, but won't win by himself.
Oh my god, let's fucking go. That goes straight onto the thumbnail. That goes straight onto the thumbnail for YouTube. Oh lord. Nice. Style points 1000 for Nunez's team. What an entertaining game.
And Scorpion, 695 kills there. Scandal 636. When both your pockets are cooking like that, you're having a really good game. Grady still got 244 kills. For being that dead, that is great. Thank you, Vermontier, for the follow. GG there. Oh, look at Rooster's eco with that fish boom. 54k food.
I wanted to type 10% of that 0.1 cents, but I pressed the dash and said I can barely look at my screen. Guys, we're 2 minutes away from a 12-hour stream. Let's go. We're going to
Alright,
game
let's
number
go.
3. We're going to game number 3. Scandal 62 APM. Scandal's playing Champions League here. Nunez, Granny 33, Nunez 35. Decent. That be that 24. No way. You don't need APM to boom and to make a lot of hand carriers and patrol armored elephants. And that be Dan did his job. I think Granny is
Alright,
frustrated
so-
after this game.
Well, definitely. Like, Granny took the beating for the team. Did about as good a job as you can of holding it off, but just couldn't quite get the reboom in time as the other side fell apart.
My God,
So I'm
K-Square,
gonna look
thank you
at
for
these,
another gifted. Sorry, Atuest, interrupted you.
Oh yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Get more gifts.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
oh yeah, K Square. Let's go.
that's so generous of you. Daniela is the only happiest streamer to be 2 minutes away from the 12-hour stream. It's a great weekend. I love that the scene has a lot of events. There's a lot of communities that are kind of like separate from versus like the Reach First community, right? It's a whole community of its own. It's kind of different than your normal tournament, normal team game tournament, or your normal 1v1 tournament. But it is kind of hyped to have those as well in terms of World Desert Championship. So I am having a lot of fun. That being said, I just hit the 12 hours mark right now.
There you go.
There we go.
12 hours and one last game of Black Forest to go. Might
One
be
last game.
12 hours more.
Yeah. Knocking some wood. Should make the tournaments more European friendly. Hard to sit and watch it 4 in the night. Just for fun. I agree. I think there is going to be Coma Cup 2. Coma Cup is the tournament that I started to be close to Rage Wars community with. But it's happening in October when I'm in Romania. I'm going to visit my family, so I'm going there for like 3 weeks. And I won't be able to cast that, and it pains my soul. Hopefully, I can still get the later stages of the tournament. 2-hour game incoming. Let's go.
I like this time zone. I like this 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. casting. This suits my sleep schedule.
Yeah, I know. Phone cast stream. Let's go. Yes, but I'm European and selfish, so my needs should be prioritized. My point was that there are going to be more events. Williams is taking a good care of the Rage Force community. He's always organizing tournaments, so I'm sure there are going to be more events. Also, just for fun, make sure you tune in every Friday because I am organizing Rage Fridays. That's a full day of just casting and playing Rage Forest. So, Sibs, tell me. Burmese, Malians, Aztecs, and?
Burmese, Malians, Aztecs, and Burgundians, of course, with the Paladins. And the losing civs, Franks, Vietnamese, Gajars, and Hindustanis. So Rooster's civs, Italians, Malay flank, Byzantine, Khmer pockets. Don't really see. I mean, unless you're going to take one of Italians and Malay and swap them for Byzantines in the pocket, don't really see another matchup there. I feel like Byzantines there, oddly enough, are your not Paladin, but Cataphract civ, maybe? As good as they could be in the flank. Unless you're going to go like Malay elephants from the pocket. It's tricky. Nunez's team, look at those civs. Mayans, Turks, Slavs, Cumans.
That's
Ooh,
exactly
I think I like that a lot more.
that's exactly what we did see Granny playing yesterday. Malay pocket boom into elephants.
Ooh, okay. Well, we might see that again then if you put the Byzantines on the flank.
Yeah. And then Italians and oh my god, yeah, Rooster's lineup is just I don't know. Not something that I want to be left with for a decider game in the best of 3 where like you said,
Yeah.
you have the Palasiv, strong human boom, you have the Slavs, strong farms for the Halbonager, and then you have Mayans and Turks.
And
Turks.
also 2 SO saves in Cumans and Slavs. You know, seed engineers for Cumans, but
Yeah,
still can go for them
for sure. They do
against
have
no SOs.
the upgrade, yeah.
This is looking good for Team Nunez here. I gotta say, I think I like their chances.
Yeah, Malik in my pocket. Exactly, Aqua. Seems fine. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, if you... I don't know. If you're playing Halps and you're facing Byzantines, that they can go into Cataphracts as well. They can
Yeah,
go
exactly.
HC.
That's why I like Byzantines as the pocket a bit. Because like either Byzantines or Malay can kind of play that same fast imp style on the flank,
Mm-hmm.
but you're kind of choosing elephants versus cataphracts as the pocket, and cataphracts are a bit more effective against halbs. But either way, I think it comes down to preference, what you prefer.
The
And
crowns
crowns and skulls on the draft stand for wins and losses. So game 1, uh, like Nunez's team lost with these 4 saves, and then game 2 they won with the other 4 saves.
Yep, lobby's up. Lobby's up, and the game was launched.
Right, yeah,
And
spec delay, but we're ready to get started. And they did indeed go for that Malay pocket and put Byzantines in the flank.
okay, yeah, we are in the waiting lobbies, guys. We are in the waiting lobby, and that then is going to be still on flank with Byzantines. Granny is going to be Khmer pocket. Rooster Malay, but Malay pocket, but Granny's not playing them. It's Rooster the one playing them. Okay, okay. And then the other flank is Italians. For Nunez's team, you have Scandalf, Turks. His pocket is Scorpion Cumans. Nunez playing as pocket Slavs, and then Ronin on the flank with the Mayans. Ooh, we're stakes are high. We're waiting for the game to start.
Stakes are high. And once again, a reminder that you cannot sling someone who is the same age or above you in age until you're imp. Don't want to get any more admin losses.
Okay, we are ready to hop into the game. And oh, what's going on? What's going on with my capturage? Okay, all good. All good. It was frozen for a bit. Okay, look at this. That be Dan versus Gandalf in the south. Dan is just gonna wall there. Gandalf will not even bother. Why? Because it's so far away from his TC.
Yeah, and tricky map also for Scandalf. Look at that, all the golds and stones and the berries pretty far forward for him. Even the hunt and one of his boar are forward.
And Scandalf didn't even get Loom. That be Dan is getting it as we speak. Obviously, he does want to stay safe. He does want to be walled. If you're Dan and you're walling like that, and you're basically a will behind Scandalf, Scandalf is just going to come and wall later, and he's going to get that position forward. And I don't think you want the Turks to get that position forward on you.
No, you don't. And now Dan also has to be careful because there's a wolf nearby, as he doesn't want to lose villager HP And it's going to be just as the scout from Scandalf comes in, but Scandalf's not going to choose to engage there, waiting for his pocket. And actually, he's not going to get a pocket, as Scorpion has decided to go to the other side, where at the north we have Ronin versus Tigger, who did not go for early walls, just going for a bigger Vil fight here.
I mean, such a good advantage, I feel like, for Mayans as well, to have to make the loom immediately anyway, and have an extra Vil, basically. On top of the fact that you have cheaper walls, on top of the fact that you have an eagle with more HP in a scout fight.
Yep, and Rodin doing a good job of running the low HP Vils back there, but fighting 2v3 for a moment.
Yeah, more reinforcements are
Still
coming,
getting
and
a position.
I think you just throw the walls down. Nunez is coming with a scout to block. Maybe he was being chased by Rooster. Oh no, Nunez is getting so much damage on those. On that scout, sorry.
Scout is pretty low.
Like, oh my
Rodin
god,
not going through the walls. He just wants to keep fighting. He sees the Vils are low, and he sees that Scorpion Scout coming from the other pocket has some really good HP that can block. Maybe getting a bit too greedy there. We'll see if they get back to the TC. And they just kind of lose Nunez' scout as Rodin tries to disengage there.
you kind of understand Mayans wanting to go for shenanigans like this because they scale really bad. And Ronin, not to mention that he sneaked as well. But that Vil is going to be found by Tigger's villager, and it's just going to be chased down. Mayans don't scale well. Like, we talked about Mayans, other than plumed archers, they don't really have options. So I feel like you want to be as messy as you can with them.
You see everyone just Xing these passages here. What are those walls? Those are very forward walls there from Gray. As in the south, as you said, blue and red just kind of very peaceful, going for some non-aggressive walling and no Vil fighting.
Yeah, this
and the
is...
Wolf can get involved here on Tigger's Vils in the north.
This is so good for Scandalf. That's such a good position for a castle drop, straight up. Especially the top side, right? Where you could just force so much reaction from the other players as well, from the pockets to wall in between. You can just...
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing if Dan does have quite a few boar to the north of his base. He could probably take them and get a good food supply going. Also, we didn't mention no ponds on this map.
Yeah,
so,
dry BF.
Maybe a bit of a disappointment there for Rooster with the Malay, maybe that he can't fish boom.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. When you have Malay, Italians, Japanese, it's quite unfortunate. Oh, holy villagers
Byzantines,
forward.
potential Dromans.
True. True. Always upset when you don't see Dromans.
Oh, look at this wall from Nunez. Just... it doesn't feel good, does it? Tigger, lots of idle Vil time to get these forward walls, but they're so forward.
They're good walls. They're good walls. If he can get them, if he can keep them up, that's the thing.
We'll likely have to do a lumber camp over there. Oh, he's trying to lure boar from that far away. I'll go for all 6 of them.
Yeah. At least tell Granny, yo,
At least give us something
my
fancy.
homeboy. Oh, Granny's coming. Granny's coming. One more. One more, Tigger. One more. No.
Come on. 3
One.
more.
Another one.
There you go.
No. Okay. 4 is
I was
enough.
gonna stop at 4. Okay,
Four is
at
enough.
least he went for more than 3. Can rely on Granny to block the boar and not the Vil.
Yeah. Very important. Very important. Oh man, I'm so nervous when my flank is telling a block for me. I either block the villager or I block the boars so much that they stop chasing. Danny's getting 3 of those.
Alright, he's sending Vils forward now. Oh, he might lose that. Nope, he garrisons. I was afraid he was going to lose the Vil for a moment there. Doing a good job getting the boar under the TC as he shoots them.
that bit Dan is going up. Do you think he's pushing Scandal here?
That, I don't know. I mean, Byzantines, they usually don't like doing that, like, feudal age tower push as much as I think they like just getting to their imperial age. And Byzantines Turks itself is a very interesting matchup because they both have great, I guess, the speed of the imp from the Byzantines and also monks and tools to deal with the Turk cannons.
Mm-hmm.
So we have also a pretty big vill count here from Scandalf in the Dark Age, 28, 29 villagers. So I mean, that high a population for the Turks could be, I mean, it could be a Janissary push, but also could indicate he's going to go up slowly and just go up to the Imperial Age straight away.
Yep, that is that's correct. QS, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where do we stand on a T-Swizzle nickname?
T-Swizzle, I think that's taken already.
By who?
By someone who's rather famous
All
more
right.
than I am.
Well, you're famous in our hearts.
In
What do
our
you mean?
hearts.
Well, in our scene as well. You can't say you're not
Yeah,
famous.
if you were able to register like the copyright on that, so it belongs only to me, then we can use it.
All right. All right.
That's the deal.
I will.
I'm sure you have no competition there.
Okay. That's Taylor Swift. Okay, Axel, you're done. You're done. Dan was a naughty boy and stole 2 sheep and hid them in the forest.
Oh, look at that! Right next to a wolf, too.
Yeah.
A wolf will
Yeah.
be guarding them.
Maybe that's a sheep pretending to be a wolf, you know? No? Okay.
Oh, it might be. That'd be a good way not to be killed by villagers. Just put on a wolf costume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How to get away with murder.
Age for Ronan and Tigger there. They did a lot of vill fighting early on.
That is true. Stone walls. Scandal. It's up to Castle Age. Scandal is up to Castle Age. His stone is walled out. He's not on stone. What is going on? Fast Imp HCBBC. Look at those resources. Look at those resources.
Yep, has to be a fast imp then if he's not going for the stone and it's just going to be no castle. I mean, you can do different fast imps with Turks. You can do it for the castle and Janissaries, or you can just go for the archery ranges and workshops.
More villagers are on gold. Oh my god, the market is gonna hit different.
Using that Turk's gold gathering bonus to its fullest.
Yep, that is correct. Nunez is high pinging Tigger's TC. What's going on? Okay, he's trying to tell Ronin to push these walls. Perhaps. I don't know if he's gonna get through those.
Tigger is right there and had stone villagers, so stone villagers going to stone wall makes sense, and that's exactly what he's going to do. We'll have the res to do that. Will she get there in time? Yes, she will.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Second TC by Dan, and he's just chilling. How can you chill like that against Turks? That's my concern. Look at Scandal's resources.
Yeah, I mean, I
Siege
feel like
workshop?
if you're Byzantines, like, you want to be matching the Turks, right? We see workshop monastery there.
Yeah.
You don't need the university right away because of the chemistry being free, so adding a few monks can be useful.
I
Turks
hate
just
the
with a
houses
great
from
Castle
Nunez
Age
so
monks with
much.
no
Oh
block
my god.
printing.
True, yeah.
I like Nunez houses.
I really don't like Nunez houses in the middle of the map, but it
There's
is
the
what it
wall.
is. Yeah. Dan is gonna wall. Dan is gonna wall. I think Dan is also probably going to move on to stone soon. Because yes, a university is going up purely for fortified wall. You don't wanna.
This is how Ornlu plays.
Yeah.
University fortified wall.
Well, he know what's coming. Probably based on the uptime, they can already suspect that. Oh my god. That the Turk is up and a castle forward from Tigger. Ronin is going to do some Omega walls. Nunez needs to buy stone to wall here. With
I
stone.
mean, this is a great place to push with that castle because behind it, you're getting the ability to hit either the pocket or the flank. And you can, there's one passage there, but otherwise you're kind of getting to a point where you're cutting Ronin off from the rest of his team.
Well, Ronin is castle dropping, but I mean, Tigger is fine. Tigger is just walling. And I feel like this is the punishment that you get for letting Tigger get away with those forward walls. That should not have happened.
Yep, and you saw Nunez trying to do something about it by telling Ronin to break through with the Vils, but just not really in time to stop the castle getting that position.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And I feel like this is exactly what Rooster's team wants, to disrupt this game from going into late game, because they, truth be told, we don't have late game comps.
Yeah, they don't, and that's the Italians player clicking up first ahead of the Mayans. Kind of tricky to do the fast imp when you're not immediately going to be taking out castles in a treb fight, but you're looking at maybe another forward castle, maybe on that hill, or even going towards Nunez, and then following that up by continuing a treb push.
Mm-hmm.
Right, in the south, we have Imperial Age and double workshop cannons there from Scandalf as our Turks player, adding in a range for hand cannoneers. And of course has that free Hussar. We're just going to have a lot of fortified walls here from Deadbeat Dan, who, as the Byzantines, will have really nice walls, and against the Turks will be against the player who cannot just cut their way in. They only have mangonels, so would need to wait for the Kuman pocket to get up and do onager, or just try to cut through several layers of walls with cannons.
You know what? I think Aqua is onto something in my chat. Aqua is saying pretty sure Rooster just wants Tigger to break in so he can flood condos.
That's true. I mean, the Malay condottieri are great because of that free armor upgrade. As soon as you get Imp, you get really strong condos that, well, only need one line of blacksmith upgrades, and that's it. Can be tricky to use condos against plumes, but it's 1 TC for Ronin here. He's not going to have the biggest boom into mass plumes.
Mm-hmm. And the spam, look at Rooster's boom. He's preparing to go up as well, and that timing is gonna hit different here. Then adding more TCs, he's just adding TCs and walling 4 bomber cannons already from the Turks. Granny is preparing barracks. Is Granny gonna go condos as well? I mean, yes, sir.
Ooh.
Why not? I mean, we have HCBBC.
That's honestly the perfect counter, right? Against the Turks. And against the Turk push, that isn't Janissaries, right? The Janissaries don't have that bonus damage that the condottieri absorb. It's just the hand cannoneers that are going to be much less effective.
Ooh, the plumes are almost in. Tigger needs to do a couple more walls behind this. Also, he could use that trap attacking the castle, but the walls did fail, so that's not going to be a thing. I don't think it can range it from
it's
here.
Like the wall, the walls are so far back that he can't actually reach that. I mean, he could consider just to run Trebs forward and shoot the castle, because plumes don't really do much damage to Trebs. But, ooh, we have a petard and a low HP wall there, and the plumes are in.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And they're going to be hitting the remaining walling villagers as another petard comes through. That's a weak gate. Ooh, and honestly, Rooster is really lucky he got that group of 6 vills forward just before the plumes got there. A few seconds later, and he would not be getting those forward barracks for the condottieri.
Nice. Thanks, Apex, for the $10. I appreciate it, homie.
can work with the plumes.
I'm curious about Granny. I'm curious about Granny. Granny, a lot of barracks. 5 barracks ready to pump out condos.
Yep, and Granny just has to be in time to save Deadbeat Dan, who has been booming. At least has a bit of extra HP on those buildings as the Byzantines.
Yeah.
Slows down the cannons ever so slightly, but we'll lose the TCs in no time.
Look at this. Nunez
One
told
extra
me
volley.
another thing about Dan. Dan, if you rush Dan, if he's gonna die, he's gonna put all of his villagers on stone and gold. And look at how many villagers he does have on gold. That means when he's gonna run his vills or run his base, there's not gonna be too many minerals left to be mined in his base. Yeah.
Alright, so bad thing about the Chimera is they only get 2 armor upgrades on the infantry, but still is condottieri against hand cannoneers and bombard cannons. They can have a huge attack bonus, and he just needs good numbers to get us around, and this will stop.
Scorpion is here though.
Same time.
Scorpion is
Scorpion's
here.
with the Cumans.
That's the issue. That's the issue. Oh, he did take a hit as well. Oh boy. At the top, the condos are in Ronin's base.
And there they go. So Scandalf has done his job. He's opened up Deadbeat Dan so that the Cuman player can flood in, and did so fast enough that the condos did not stop the hand cannon and bombard cannon push, and now we'll have to deal with Cuman Cavalier, which they're not that great at fighting.
I feel like you want Italians to go HC here against the champs. However, 34 villagers is not nearly enough for a good boom for HC.
No, it is not. Despite the fact that that's exactly what Scandalf did, it's also not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, different situations. Different situations. There's a lot of condos from Granny. He is preparing the transition to halberdiers as well. He will need against the humans, that's for sure. If condos are the best again at something, they're absolutely beast to sniping bomber cannons, and at the end of the day, it's the most expensive unit in the game. That hurt Scandalf there.
The most expensive unit when you're on 44 vills. Right?
Yeah.
And you got Deadbeat Dan on 69 vills, which is nice, but still castle age.
Nice.
And he's not going to be able to contribute against the Cavaliers anytime soon.
Nor
So he needs
sling.
to get up and get halb. You definitely can't sling.
You definitely can sling. What's going on at the top? I gotta feel like Nunez's team has got this in the bag. I feel like there's enough Cavaliers now,
OP.
yeah, to protect the hand cannoneers. And Aldin in the queue soon from Scorpion. Look at those resources stacking. There it is.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, good strategy here from Rooster's team, but I feel like he just, despite the forward castle and the map control, just wasn't quite fast enough to get the condos in time to do the damage they needed.
Oh, damn. Someone saying funny, after seeing Malay condos twice in WDC, I still don't think of that possibility when I see them in a team comp. I am absolutely the same. I'm absolutely
We saw
the
them in
same.
the Dark Age sling situation, right? It's a
Yeah.
a different situation when you can't sling.
Well, yeah, but like if I see arena, if I see Cuman, Goth, Italians, and Malay, I don't think about the sling and spam of condos.
Maybe you should now.
Yeah, well, I should. Give me your extra resources, says Ronin. I promise I won't sling them back to you. And the elephant flood starts from Rooster. Good boom.
Elephants, but that just means the Slav player goes into halbs
Yeah.
and should have a pretty good. Drazina halb should be a pretty good counter to elephants.
Yeah,
Especially
you
just
only-
the lay ones.
Only needs pikemen and halberdier upgrade. Already has all the Blacksmith one, since he's already tagged into champions. Yeah.
The wind due to their civs being more acclimated to the cold. The snowy BF map. I don't know about Mayans there. Or Turks. I guess it's the pockets they care about. So Plumed Archer is also there from Ronin. Should be a good option here against the low Pierce armor with the elephants even. And also very much so against any remaining condos.
I don't know, man. I just see Scorpion dominating this game.
Scorpion with those human paladins absolutely dominating. Rooster with 152 fills, but can't do much with it.
Yeah, he doesn't have supremacy, unfortunately. Nor is he affected by blacksmith upgrades, like other villagers in the game. No? Okay. I just feel like it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
I agree with that assessment. It is looking quite poor. The forward castle in the north being cleaned up. Deadbeat Dan, just dead Dan pretty much. He's up to Imp, but only on 60 vills. And Tigger only on 54, and the Pocket Granny only on 54 as well. It's just going to be a complete massacre as the TCs continue going down. Rooster trying to get elephants on both sides. But just not enough pop space to do that when you have 160 vills.
G to the
GG
G
from Granny.
Yeah, I think Granny's had enough. I think Granny's had enough. Nunez's team wins 2-1. What a good set.